Do you need a cheap lens for vlogging on your Panasonic G7? This might be the lens for you. So in order to put the Canon 10-18 on the G7 body, I had to use an adapter, and for that I used my Kipon EF to Micro Four Thirds autofocus adapter. It works really great with this lens at least, and it's not that expensive if you compare it to like Metabones, for example. And I know some people are looking for a cheaper wide-angle lens for Micro Four Thirds, since we have like the, I think it's 7-14mm Panasonic, but that's really expensive. So even if you buy this lens plus the adapter, it's still much cheaper than buying the Panasonic one. So I thought, what better way to try it out, see if this works as a vlogging setup, than actually trying it out. So we'll see. I'll bring you along for some stuff I have to do today, and we'll see if it works out. So if you're wondering how wide this lens is on this body, this is 10mm, and this is all the way zoomed into 18. But if you want to compare that into full frame equivalents, that's roughly 20 to 36 instead. And by the way, this is me just holding it by the lens. I'm not using a GorillaPod or anything like that. So if I use a GorillaPod, you would get it possibly even further away from you. So I have to go to the bank and turn all these Swedish coins in. They expire in like 2 days, so they all become invalid and lose all the value. So I'm just gonna, yeah, put it in my bank account. I got this massive turd on my window. Just parked my car, found a spot. I'm gonna head in and give him all my coins, and I'll be right back. And I'm back. A lot of people there. Took way longer than I thought. Well, when it was my turn, it took like 5 seconds. But I had to wait for all the other slow people. So it took maybe an hour? 45 minutes perhaps. Well, it's done. Let's head home. So now you know how it works for this type of shots, just me talking to the camera. But how does it work for B-roll, for example? You can't really get that nice shallow depth of field since it has a quite high f-stop, but we'll see how it works. I just now realized that my microphone wasn't all the way plugged in, so if the audio's been terrible, I apologize. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. Okay, so the 4.5 to 5.6 aperture might not be your best friend when you're shooting B-roll, but I guess it works. I haven't seen the B-roll like in an edit form yet, so we'll see. And by the way, I'm using continuous autofocus with the autofocus set to the 1 area setting with a box that's around here. So it's trying to keep focus here. So if I switch it over there, it will focus there. And now back to me. So yeah. Keep that in mind. So I think that concludes this video. The reason I'm making this video now is because I recently bought the Sigma 18-35, and my way of justifying buying that lens, since it's quite expensive, was by selling a lot of other lenses. So this is one of them. So I thought I'd make a video if someone else is interested in buying this lens, because when I already had this lens when I bought this camera, and I thought, will it work on this camera with the Kipon adapter? And I couldn't really find anything. So I thought I'll make a video, so if there's anyone else had the same problem as me, maybe I solved that for you. Like the video if you liked it, subscribe if you want to see some more, and I'll see you next time.